thing. Now, let us say there are n distinct objects are there. Let us say objects means there are distinct sized balls or distinct persons or distinct colored balls. So, one to one there are distinct in color or in size or in person. Anyway, distinct objects are there. Now, I want to arrange them in a row. All the n objects are to be arranged in a row. In how many ways can I do that? Okay. So, for that what shall we do first? My job is I want to arrange these n objects in a row. First now I have to divide this job into parts, small parts. I am dividing them into n parts. My job into n parts. What are those parts? This is the first place for one object. This is second place, third place, fourth place and nth place. These are places for the objects. Okay. I will fill up one by one like this. My first part of the job is I have to fill up this place. Second part of the job is fill up this place. Third part is fill up this place. Next fill up this place and so on. Nth part is filling up this place. So, n parts, small parts. Now, in how many ways can I fill up this? N ways. Because all n are available, so I can keep one of them here in n ways. Correct? And now, in how many ways can I fill up the second one? N minus 1 ways, because 1 already is used. So, for the second place there are only n minus 1 ways. To fill up the third part, next, and so on. For the last but one, 2 ways. For the last one, only 1. Whichever is left, that is to be kept here. So, what is the number of ways of completing my job now? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into and so on 2 into 1. This can be denoted by n factorial. Now, after arranging, if you see, you will get n factorial arrangements of the objects. N factorial arrangements of the objects. Each arrangement is called a permutation. Arrangement or permutation, both are same. For example, there are 3 alphabets ABC. I want to arrange them in a line. Okay, again here I am dividing my job into 3 parts. Filling up the first place, next second, next third. In how many ways can I fill up this?
3 ways.
This. So finally 3 factorial, that is 6 ways are there. 6 permutations are there. For example, we will write all the permutations here. Okay, all the permutations here. So how to write in order? Let us say. We have to use these objects only. First permutation ABC. Second permutation ACB. Next BAC. Over. All the 6 permutations you are able to write. Correct? So this is one permutation, this is one permutation, this is different from this, this is different from this, this is different from this. All these are different permutations, different arrangements of ABC. Okay. Suppose 4 are there, how many you are going to get? 4 factorial. 4 factorial means 24. Of course, you won't be asked to write all the 24, but we should know. We should know how to write. If it is necessary, we should be able to write also. Okay. So this is the number of ways of arranging n distinct objects in a row is n factorial. That also can be called as, there are n factorial permutations are there from n distinct objects. Let us write. n distinct objects can be arranged. N distinct objects can be arranged in a row in n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into and so on till 2 into 1. That is equal to n factorial each arrangement is called a permutation. Each arrangement is called a permutation. Now write down one question. Find the number of ways of arranging the letters A, B, C in a row. Find the number of ways of arranging the letters A, B, C in a row, and also write the arrangements in bracket permutations. Completed, huh? Now one more question. Find the number of 5-digit numbers formed using the digits 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. What is it? 5 factorial. Simply 5 factorial. Okay? Because all are distinct and 5 factorial 5-digit numbers can be formed. Now in this, suppose a restriction is there. With restriction, find the number of even 5-digit numbers formed by using this. How to do that? Let us see. Write down first. Find the number of 5-digit even numbers formed by using the digits 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. Here, what we have to do? From fundamental only we will do. We are dividing our job into 5 parts. Okay, good. But here, in this part there is a restriction. So when there is a restriction in one of the parts of our job, first let us find the number of ways of completing that part of the job. And then the remaining can be generalized. Okay. Here, we are saying this should be even integer, even number. Therefore, this should be even digit. What are the available even digits you are having? 2 and 4. So 8. How many are there? 3. So this place can be filled in how many ways? So any one of them can be used. 3 ways are there. So now it is guaranteed that this 5-digit number is an even number. Okay. Now in these 3, one of them is used here. Okay, very good. And for the remaining 4 places are to be filled. How many digits are there with you? 4. In how many ways can they be filled? So this whole thing can be done in 4 factorial. Again here, you need not split each and every part. That already we know that. Therefore finally, this is 4 factorial into 3.